Welcome to today's Daily Fire. Today's topic is this: doing new things hurts a little bit. Sit back and relax, and welcome to today's show. So I hired a new trainer, a new fitness coach, because I have some goals that I want to go after. I've got a competition, a physique competition on April 28th. April 28th. And I'm really excited to do this, not because I really care what the body will look like, or my body will look like, but ultimately because I want to push my discipline. Like, I want to push my mindset, right? And so I found a coach, as I always do. When I have something new that I want to do, you can try to figure it out yourself, or you can hire someone who's been there, done that, and they can give you the roadmap that follows the tools, everything, and then you can just go. So that's what I did. So I've created my blueprint. I've created my map, my plan. Well, he kind of created it for me and then ran it by me, and I said, yeah, that'll work. Let's do it. And but it's new. It's different. I've been hitting the gym pretty heavy for the last 6 months or so, but now it's new. Now it's different, right? The workouts are different. Everything's different. So I show up to the gym this morning. I'm doing leg day. Today was leg day, which leg days are hit or miss. Half the people I talk to go to the gym. There's like more people that don't like leg day, but the people that like leg day, they are like all in on leg day. Like, it's their favorite. And I enjoy working legs. Why? Because legs are your biggest muscle in your body, and it requires a lot of energy to do it. And it's usually the workout that just kicks my butt like crazy, like just bad. So going into leg day today and doing all the workouts, routines, I'm dripping sweat. I'm dying. Like, some of the things that have me do, and just the weight that I'm putting on, and I'm still in the discovery phase of how much weight should I do based on the rep counts and the things he's having me do. So this is kind of like a learning week as we put all this together. But I'm going into it, and the reality is my legs are now tired and fatigued, and it's going to hurt. I did a different chest workout 2 days ago that I had done with part of this new program, and my chest is sore. It's sore. Like, my pecs on the top, over here on the side, they're sore. And I'm like, I love it. I smile because I know that means growth, but it's painful, right? Growth is painful. I'm very aware that I have to hurt to become better, right? I have to be okay that I'm going to hurt. And not only that, I have to choose it, because I could also show up to these workouts and just go halfway. I could give it half energy. I could give it half effort. I could sort of do the workouts the way they're prescribed. And the problem is, if I do that, guess what happens? I get half the result, right? I end up not getting what I want out of this. So I'm realizing that this is all me, right? It's all me. I have to do this. I have to go. So, and this is the challenging part about growth in general, because when we look at trying to grow and become something more than who we are, in that space and in that frame and in who you are and what you're doing, like, if you don't accept the fact that it's going to be painful and go into it, and not only accept it, but embrace it and choose it and love it, right? What's going to end up happening is you'll end up quitting, because the pain will hit and you'll be like, well, this sucks. Why am I doing this? I'm going to quit doing this. It's painful. This hurts. I don't want to hurt anymore. So I'm done doing this thing that I'm doing right now. And I get it. I have been a victim to that for many, many times in my life, right? And the hardest thing is when you find yourself with patterns and habits and routines inside of your life that are very damaging to who you are, right? One way of saying this is like you find yourself into a pit, right? You find yourself in just a dark place, right? And this could be from things that have happened to you. Part of my coaching company, I've got two different divisions, really. One, I work with entrepreneurs, and the other end, I actually work with fathers who have buried children. Right? Fathers who have lost a child, right? And I can't think of a darker pit than that. But no matter what pit you're in, when you are inside of this deep, dark pit, it is really, really easy to succumb to the easy. And it is much harder to do the things you know are going to actually cause you pain, mostly because you're already sitting there in pain and you can't fathom anything more than that. And you get stuck in these ruts, and you get stuck in these ruts for not just a week or two, or a month or two. It's for years, and sometimes a lifetime. Sometimes you never bounce back, you never recover, and life becomes something that you are supposed to endure, not something that you can thrive into and love. Like, I've never liked that statement, ever. I was raised that way. I was raised in the LDS religion. I still am practicing Mormonism, but I hated the statement of endure to the end, because enduring means it's going to suck. And I'm like, I don't know that I want it to suck, right? And I realized that it came down to the context. If I feel like I'm enduring it, then I'm struggling through it. If I feel like I can accept and know that there's going to be pain here, and that the pain is actually a sign of progress, I can fall in love with the pain. And so it's no longer endure. It doesn't change what's happening. What it does is it changes the way I approach it. And so now I start to lean into the pain. And the craziest thing about this life is the fact that when you lean into the pain dissipates, not because it goes away, but because the way you think is different, and your liberation, your lessons, the power in who you are is through the pain. It's on the other side of the pain. So there's things that you'll avoid because you're worried about it being painful. Not realizing that in the very avoidance of it, you are going to create more pain on the backside. You're going to create more pain for you in the future. But this type of pain, you will feel the victim to. You will feel like it was just done to you. You will feel like it was just handed to you. Right? And I speak about this in a very sensitive way when I'm dealing with my fathers who have buried children. But I've also been there. I've buried 3. So I'm very aware of the pain and the darkness that comes from that and how to survive. And even in that space, I was like, I don't want to just endure life. I don't want to avoid pain. Pain is inevitable. I'm going to experience it no matter what. So what would happen if I just made the decision to choose it? And so today I got to choose it again. Right? Every day for this first probably 2 weeks of this new workout program, I'm going to be choosing pain. I'm going to be in pain. I know it. And then guess what? After the 2-week window, I'll settle into some of these things. And it's not that the pain disappeared. It's that it's no longer new to me anymore. So I personally will find another way to be in pain. Maybe not in the body, but in other ways. Meaning I embrace change because change brings about a new version of who I am. I don't have the results I have in my life after going through what I have been through in my life if I don't embrace the pain and not only embrace it, but go all in with the pain and actually dive deep into it. So take a look at your world around body, being, balance, and business. Where are you at? Are you avoiding something new? Where are you avoiding doing this new thing for one simple fact that you know it's going to hurt? You know it will be painful. It might be in the body. Maybe it's not there, though. Maybe it's in your being, your relationship with God, and your relationship with your church. Maybe there's things and questions that you're unwilling to ask because it's too painful. Maybe it's in your relationship with your husband or your wife, right? Maybe in that place, there's just you want a new version of that relationship, but you're unwilling to go through the pain that it takes to get there. I've got clients that are constantly battling this every day. And many of my clients, they quote unquote get divorced from the version of the relationship that they meet me at, only to find this new version of themselves on the other side, which is the version of them that they had to become new. They had to divorce the status quo of their relationship. But that's painful. It requires you to face things you've avoided. It requires you to look at the dark corners of your mind, right? And some of those dark corners are pretty damn scary. Some of those dark corners, you've avoided them for a reason, because you don't have the tools or the skill sets or the knowledge on how to even focus and deal with them. And most of society doesn't offer you much of a solution, right? Motivational hype videos aren't going to do it. Even listening to these daily fires is not going to do it. You might get motivated and inspired for a moment or two to go face your pain. But in the dark moments, when you feel alone, this is when the darkness just overcomes and it becomes overwhelming, and you don't have the tools and the skill sets to even try to stay focused on where you're actually trying to go to improve, to become better, to dig yourself out of the pits that you may find yourself in. But find that. What's that area for you? Across body, being, balance, and business. Find that area. Where is that area for you? Where are you avoiding doing something new because of pain? And what's one thing you can do about it today? Once you have identified the area, what can you do about it today? Like literally, what can you look at? Like look at if it's in a relationship, what kind of a text message can you send to start down this path? Who do you need to hire? Do you need to hire a coach? Who do you need to put in place inside your body, inside your relationship with God? Maybe you don't even know what God is anymore. Maybe you're so pissed off and so angry and so bitter that he's just gone. But maybe what would the hard conversation be there? What would the thing be that would cause pain? What doorways do you need to open up so you can start to explore this again? Right? And do it today. And do it. Just take one simple action. You don't have to change the world. Right? I'm not going to be ready for a fitness competition by tomorrow. But by April 28th, I will be. Why? Because I'm doing the things I need to today. I'm opening the doorways of the pain today. I'm doing the new thing today to get to where I actually want to go. So once you found that, identified it, done something about it, share the show up. If you know somebody that's going to get value from today's show and today's lesson, today's thought process, share it up on whatever medium you're listening to this on, whether it's on audio or whether you're getting to see my beautiful backyard called the ocean, the Pacific Ocean here in Kauai, Hawaii. and you're sharing up the video. Share it up to somebody else who gets some value from it, and hopefully give them what they need, right, to be able to have the courage to take the step forward into the newness that will ultimately set them free. So, as always, this is your boy, Trevor J. Man, I screw this up every time. I got to stop saying that. I think my negative self-talk on my screwing up of my outro is creating a screw up of the outro. I can't even say my name correctly. So, here we go. We're going to do this right, and I'm going to do it correctly. Here we go. As always, this is your boy, Trevor J. White, reminding you that you're just one pivot away.